everyone, welcome back to the XP League Madison playing the Fortnite games. We're on week, I believe, 6. Getting excited for this one. We got a couple different changes coming at you, as the Marvels and the Eagles aren't actually playing in the same game this time around. They're in different groups this time, so we'll have to go back and forth and see how each team does. But I don't think much else is going to change. We're just going to keep it as is, and see how we're doing. Gotta get the names in here. Sorry about that. We do have one additional change here, as Mr. LMG King is joining us from the silver team, proven himself to be an effective member, and will be participating in the gold league a little bit more. And so now the Eagles will have a full 4. Pretty exciting there. Excited to be doing that. Looks like we do have a couple issues there. Looks like Swim's stream is not quite working. We'll have to fix that out after the game, but we can still see Clutch MJ, and Reg, and Liam LMG King going at it. Checking with the Marvels. Looks like we have some issues here. Keeps quitting on me there. And so there we go. We got the. Looks like they're not quite in a game quite yet. Looks like they're still setting up for the game, so we'll go back to the Eagles here. Again, we got them going at it here. As we see, they're setting up for the game, making sure to get some gear. Lots of communication happening, which is awesome to hear here at Madison. There we go. Looks like we got Swim back on the stream here. We got the full team setting up. So I'm getting word in. We talked about last week how the strategy for both the Fortnite, for Fortnite here is, and based on the points, that you can do probably one of two things, two good strategies. You can either play it really passive and just try to go for that placement points and try to get first place. And playing that safe, you will almost guarantee you'll only get one fight and probably get the win. Or you can play super aggressive and try to get as many kills as possible and does not matter what you place. And so it is possible to see both of those different strategies come out from the Eagles this time around. And so, I don't know, we'll see. Let's check in with the Marvels really quick. Looks like I am having a couple issues. It's not quite working for me. I want it to stay like that. But apparently, so it looks like the Eagles, or the Marvels, now are officially in their game. Looks like they're even doing a couple fights. Oh no, sorry, they're just in their beginning match. Looks like they're just getting ready. So they're ready to drop down. Got Hexy, 1X, J-Maker, Taco Time, and Nightmare. Reminder again that both teams are on different games. As you can see, obviously, the Marvels are just now dropping in, while the Eagles have been playing for a little bit. The new change, as we want to make sure that we try to keep the queues going, keep everything moving. And so we'll see how they can do there. And possibly possibly do really well here. So excited to see how everyone is gonna play. Um, yeah. Alrighty. Check in with the Eagles now. Looks like they're all in a car, moving in. Oh, looks like they're in a fight. They do see a car. They're gonna go pretty aggressive here. Let's see what they can do. Some stockage. LMG King goes down pretty quickly, but we'll see. Watch, Clutch MJ here going in. Trying to survive. Swim unfortunately goes down. Clutch MJ though is still alive. We still do have quite a bit here. It looks like Clutch MJ is alive, and back to the quad and see what if we can see. Like Neon Ridge possibly is the last player available. Using those explosive arrows to get him out. Last player alive, hopefully gonna try to get those reboot cards, but trying to survive at the very least. See what he's using those arrows to propel him forward. Like he's possibly able to survive this, get a med kit, able to move really quickly. There's a call to see if there is a call back to get to the reboots, but I don't know. The distance is quite far. As he's safe for now, let's go check in with the Marvels. And it looks like they are in some kind of fight, their own game. They're medding up, just able. I don't know if they were able to get any kills, but it looks like they did survive all 4 of them, which is quite exciting to see. Maybe they're still in the thick of it, but at the very least, they're able to coordinate and still survive, not able to. That looks fine. Like the Marvels are able to reconvene a little bit here and just recuperate. Check back in with Neon Ridge here. Thriving and surviving. Oh, well, actually. Like, they unfortunately did go down. But, saw some aggressive gameplay. Got a little bit unlucky on the bridge there. But that was part of the plan, to be aggressive. And I think they did fine. Sometimes you just don't get very lucky with that. Let's check in with the Marvels as they go in. Alright, I'm back. So the Marvels, looks like they are duking it out. Um, I lied. They're not duking it out. So they are sitting up. We got Hexy 1X in that car. Pushing forward. And, a lot of setup here. So, had a conversation with the Eagles. They're playing an aggressive game here. And I think, uh, Eagles definitely are in the market of just trying to make lots of decisions faster. Fortnite is a fast-paced game. When it is, um, by that I mean we see right now for the marbles, they're pretty slow, just kind of gathering materials. But once you get that material and you get into a fight, it goes crazy. And so being able to react quick enough to the punches, be able to ride those punches out. Um, that is kind of what Fortnite's all about, and then and this gold level of XP League, that is what, at least in the opinion here, is that's what you need to be doing. You need to make quick decisions. As we see here, the Marvels, a couple people just outside the circle, but they have to make this quick decision to try to fight this team, and see that they do have a little bit of high ground if we're looking at Hexy. Oh, if you look at Hexy 1X, I tried to zoom in, but can't do that. Look at Hexy 1X. He's moving up to the high ground. Decided really quickly to move up to the high ground. But now that they're able to quickly decide that, they can take that advantage and roll with it. That is the punch that they decided to roll with. We do see as well Taco Time getting revived by J-Maker, keeping the team going. This is a good teamwork as we see Hexy 1X and Nightmare pushing up further, try to put some attrition out there. We see maybe Nightmare is pushing up by himself, possibly. So this could be a spell defeat for him, as being alone, he does have the distance on his side. But we'll see how that goes. An eye on them as we move. All right, we got some word in here for Q times here. So it looks like the game that the Eagles were in, the Group 1 team, like they're almost down there. And we see here the Group 2, the Marvels that are in Group 2, they are in a fight. Hard to see exactly how many players are remaining. Looks like 12 players remaining, so that's 3 squads, including them. And so So we see the Marvels going in, doing a lot of fighting. We see Hexy 1X and J-Maker, the last ones alive. Taco Time and Nightmare are not long for this world as they are down outside the circle. So they will likely go down, especially looking at Nightmare's health. Not very much left. Hexy 1X also end up going down. J-Maker getting in a fight, using that tray as cover. But they're able to push in. Gets the elimination out, actually. Tries to finish it off really quickly, but there is the rest of the team. It is just J-Maker left. And with J-Maker pushing through that, trying to push through those buildings, using his buildings as cover, of course. Likes to retreat, it looks like. And retreat for that bush he does. Probably a good idea as he is clearly outnumbered at this point. And so we do see, if we look at the numbers, there's 8 players remaining. And so if J-Maker is the last player alive, it's going to be pretty tough to fight 7 other players. And so playing it passive, hiding it out, waiting for this out, and we see, oh, sneaky, sneaky, hiding in that bush, using that as cover. But he might get seen here. They're all jumping around. He's probably be wise to just stay here. It takes a lot of restraint to be here. A lot of restraint. A lot of restraint to see that sneakiness. Sorry about that. I had to get up, but we do see that looks like J-Maker was able to get away. Is that correct? I am really surprised. That's really awesome to see him get away. When, it takes a lot of restraint. I know if I was them, I would want to try to get as many eliminations as possible before I inevitably go down to the plethora of teams as I'm outnumbered. But J-Maker holding up that restraint, making sure to try to come back later. Couple little latency issues, but J-Maker is just inside the circle now, able to get in. How many players remaining? Still 8 players remaining. Still 8 players, so no one else went down since that last scuffle. And so J-Maker looking to hopefully pick off some low players after they duke it out. So do the math. So J-Maker is the 8th player. That means there's 7 other players, likely 2 other squads. So when they end up inevitably fighting it out, there's ultimately going to be a winner. J-Maker is ideally going to try to come in and eliminate the winner. J-Maker being extremely stealthy now, finding a little nook cranny to follow in. Maybe it's a nook, maybe it's a cranny, maybe it's both. I think at the very least it is a good little hiding spot to hide in, and like I said, vulture out that last team. 2 teams fighting it out. When that victor of that fight is going to come out, J-Maker is going to be like, aha! And Jack in the Box pull out. Yo. Alrighty. Like J-Maker is, so we're not watching a still screen, so we're still, uh, I don't think there's any technical issues going on. We're just waiting. Just waiting here as J-Maker is holding up, again, playing it very passive, playing it very stealthy, making sure that he is now moving actually. J-Maker is getting in. Does look like J-Maker is still playing it very passively. Hard to see how many players are remaining. J-Maker making a move. 5 players remaining on. Oh, but the fire comes out. Uh. It's pretty intense here with J-Maker trying his best. He's hiding in that little turtle box there. Hiding under the floorboards. I don't know if the team sees him though. Hey. But a lot of shots coming in. Maybe they lost him. I'm gonna edit out and try to get in. Be part of the scuffle. Oh, unfortunately, J-Maker does go down. Place second, not too shabby, but Bob the Munchkin coming in. Getting that elimination from Boydton. Awesome play coming out from them. We are going to be right back in just a hot second here. The Eagles game is just about to start, and you just saw the marbles end here, and they will start very shortly once they get set up. And so the Eagles are in queue, ready to go. We're just going to wait a little bit longer for them to get going. And in the meantime, we'll see you there. I've been Cody. See you in a bit. Alright, everyone, we're coming back at ya with the Eagles. Fortnite games. Come back and check them out here. Looks like they are just about ready to drop into Fortnite map. Looking to stick together and communicate very well. The pings coming out, making sure to keep them together. Hopefully the Eagles are going to be looking to try and get a bunch of eliminations off. Does look like Clutch MJ does see someone as they're dropping down. Swim first to drop. Using that there. In the meantime, while they're setting up here, let's check really quick in with the Marvels. They are just about ready to drop into their game again. There are two different games going on separately. As the Marvels are on that one, the Eagles are on the other. So we'll see where they end up going, but I want to check back in with the Eagles. Sure, let's see what kind of gear they're getting. Swim already with a bow. Purple bow, it looks like. Gonna be pretty effective. We've seen the bow used a lot of different ways for good damage output to be able to hit that fire arrows. But also we saw Neon Ridge with the I don't know, concussive arrows or something like that, able to rocket him forward so that he can get a lot more mobility with that. Back with the Marvels here. Oh, something happened here. It does look like Nightmare somehow went down. No, it looks like the stream might not be quite cooperating here. And so we'll have to see what's going on there. But looks like Hexy1X is lost to drop. Maybe he flew in the air somehow. I'm not sure. Actually, check in on that really quick. So we see Hexy1X is in Pleasant Park. So is Taco Time. So there must have been some way for him to get in the air like that, because I'm not so sure. But we see them in that Pleasant Park, able to, and they're in that different game. So see that the Eagles probably aren't don't need. But the Eagles here, we got Neon Ridge into that car here. Use that. Very sturdy, able to rocket some stuff and team is still looting away. Checking that out. So LMG King doesn't have all his slots filled quite yet, but now has a med kit. That's good, and a makeshift rifle. So that blue tier stuff. So blue tier gun, a bow, and a blue tier rifle. That's going to be pretty beneficial. Fortunately, it looks like Swim does not have that. So purple bow on Swim, but other than that, pretty basic gear. I want to make sure I saw that right. Neon Ridge able to jump with the car, do a little bunny hop. Fortnite, man. Fortnite's crazy. Let's check again with the Marvels. Hexy1X in that car. Looks like Nightmare is able to get back, but it looks like having some latency issues. No doubt, but see from the game, I think that they are still able to still play that game and see how they're doing. Here's some comms. Here's some comms for everyone's in the car, able to push up. Like they're trying to make stuff happen with the different cars here. So we see Swim getting some bounties. Swim and Neon Ridge. It's a little bit of splinter groups here. Clutch MJ and Neon Ridge, or Clutch MJ and MG King, kind of grouping up a little bit. While Swim and Neon Ridge. The Marvels here. They are still setting up here. Marvels not able to get. Let's see, Taco Time is in a car, but everyone else. So we see Hexy1X J-Maker in that way. Oh, comes Taco Time with the little taxi. Keep together Hexy1X as well. So they're just setting up as well. Going back to the Eagles. Looks like they did just get in a fight. Swim is coming in. And that bow sees the fire arrow. Try to play the aggression here. See Swim coming in. Like the group is fighting there. Might not be the best position though. LMG King trying to survive here. Like they are fighting around, the fire is spreading onto those buildings, so I have to use that stone to keep them alive. LMG King making a little bit of a wide berth. Try to survive here. Everyone is fighting everyone else. Clutch MG in the thick of it. And Ridge on that high ground. Swim assisting. LMG King kind of goes down pretty quickly though. Gonna be on top and calling that comms. Fortunately goes down anyways. But Swim and Clutch MJ. Again, Ridge goes down. Clutch MJ still coming in, trying to get that. Placing 6. Not too bad. Still getting a couple eliminations, I believe. Oh, still a couple eliminations. Placing 6. Not too bad for the Eagles. Back in the Marvels. Still chilling. Still hanging out. That's going to be the second round for the Eagles. Bad. Oh, and looks like J-Maker is in a fight. Sees a player across the way. Taco Time there to assist. But Nightmare and Hexy1X driving in, going on the aggression. See how this ends up. Oh, it looks like the Marvels, as I turn my head, Marvels were unfortunately eliminated, but they still placed fifth. Still getting a couple eliminations to their namesake. Pretty decent anyways. So that's going to be the wrap. I'm going to come really quick here, though. We got an interview with one of the Eagles players. So let's quick go into that and talk to him and see what he got. So hello, LMG King. How's it going?
Hi. Um, it went okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just gonna say, how was the game? How do you think it went? How do you feel just generally about that game? Just you say it's
Um,
okay?
I feel like we could have done a little better, and I feel like we were a little slow, but
So
I,
I wanted to also kind of gauge your opinion here. You haven't been on the gold team yet. You were on the silver team for a bit, but we decided to fill you in on the gold team.
mhm.
How do you think, like, that, like, your trying to think of how to word this. Do you think that, like, being on the new team is a lot different than on the silver team? And do you think that
Yeah,
some of those new things, like, maybe made it a little bit harder?
yeah, yeah, I do.
Okay. And what do you think about the team? You think they're going places?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. What is one thing that you think that the team did really well in then?
I feel like the team is really good at kind of like actually communicating about stuff because like when I play with my friends, we don't communicate as much, but the team is a lot better than that than a lot of my friends do are and stuff. So it's good to be with people who actually get stuff out instead of just like rush and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of the XP League is we're here to play competitively. We're here to play seriously, and that's a different environment altogether, and it kind of opens it up to that awesome communication that you're talking about. Uh,
Yeah.
awesome. What is one thing that you think that the team could work on? I know you're kind of new to the team, but just based on that one match, what do you think was maybe the pitfall for the team there?
I think we were too slow to loot and get out of there.
Yeah, so we talked about it a little bit, like just in between matches, that the
Yeah.
idea was that we wanted to react quicker, right? And that's kind of that level of that gold league is the ability to react as quick as possible and quicker than the enemy team. And when you do,
Yeah.
then you're going to be kicking their butts. Uh,
Hmm.
so I think that has some merit to it. Awesome. Um, what do you think that the other teams did really well in specific fights?
I feel like they had that element of like being able to kind of get the jump on us
Hmm?
where the where we kind of didn't like have as good of a chance to like react.
Yeah, so maybe like their positioning was in a good way that they were able to split up a lot more and able to converge on the different locations. Yeah, I agree. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll ask is, what was your favorite thing about the entire match? Just all together. That
Um, Being able to play on the gold team for the first time.
yeah, yeah, awesome. Well, thank you, LMG King, for talking with me. Hope to see you next week on the gold team as well and see how you guys do.
Uh, Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Alrighty. And with that, we're going to wrap up the gold game here. We're going to get quickly set up for the silver game. And so stick around for that. We'll be right back with the XP League Madison coverage of the XP League Fortnite Silver League Battle Royale. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to clue you guys all in on what is happening here. So it looks like the Marbles are having a little bit of a technical issues with their stream. Fortunate, but it looks like they're able to just get into the game now. So we're going to watch them here as they are in a different game. But the Eagles have been eliminated, and so they're just kind of waiting for that game to go in. It is possible that the Marbles are getting ready, so now I'm looking at it now. They might not be actually getting into a game. But we will definitely see and keep an eye into them. But that was round one. Sorry that we did not get any casting for that. If you're interested in casting for Fortnite, though, we're always looking for more casters and coaches. So, if you're interested, let us know. And accept anyone 16 and up. So if you have any older siblings of the players, that's always welcome. Beyond that, though, we'll be right back as soon as all the games come back online. Thank you all for sticking around. We'll see you in a little while once those games stick around. Hello everyone, I'm just gonna let you know we are just about ready to get into the next and final round of the XP League Madison Fortnite Silver League. That's a mouthful. We'll be getting ready in just a moment. They're about ready to get into the queue and go. Um, in the meantime, though, I do want to tell you about some other stuff that we are doing today. So after this, at 5 o'clock, the Rocket League season will be a go. And so look for that at XPL Madison Rocket League, that Twitch channel there, if you're interested in watching some good old Rocket League. Maybe the first scrimmage of the season for them. And if you're interested in watching the Overwatch games, this is the first Overwatch scrimmage. That's going to be on this channel at that 5 o'clock time. So stick around right after this and we'll be ready to go. It's the Madison Marvels playing against the Madison Eagles. So an awesome scrimmage coming at you to see all of the teams that we have to offer for Overwatch. But now, enough of that. Let's get into the Fortnite in just a moment. Stick around. Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. We're just about getting into the XP League Battle Royale Silver of Fortnite here. So let's get a quick check on the games here. We see the marvels here. They're getting ready to set up. We got Magic Cat, Swabby, Case Cat, and Mr. Sporty getting ready to drop into the Fortnite map. And for the Eagles, we have MJ King, LMG King, and Link Boss 25 as we see them get into that battle bus ready to drop down. I'll remind you again, this is the last round for both of these teams. And so ideally they're going to want to try to do their darndest to get the most points as possible. And so we'll see the Eagles team dropping in. We'll see what they can do. Alrighty, see them getting that loot on. Let's check back with the Marvels, see what they're up to. Also getting that loot on. We do see Case Cat coming in a little late. It looks like Magic Cat, Swabby, and Mr. Sporty hitting the ground, while Case Cat here is just not quite yet there. So we'll see if that's gonna make a difference for them. But it looks like got a ride. No guns yet, but hopefully they'll be able to make something happen there. Alrighty. I was reminded as we look on what the teams are doing here. Um, that like I said during the kind of intermission, we're ramping up for a couple of different games. We got the Rocket League starting at 5 o'clock. We got the Marvels Silver playing against the Franklin teams, as well as the Marvels Gold at 6 o'clock for Rocket League. And so we're excited to see and actually be officially part of the XP League for Rocket League there. But we also have the first scrimmage for Overwatch going again. So it's going to be the Madison Marvels versus the Madison Eagles. It's going to be pretty exciting if I do say so myself. We'll see you there probably after that. But right now, looking at the Fortnite match, a lot of looting to be had as normal. So watching the Marvel. Oh wait, the Marvels are in a fight though. The Case Cat doesn't. Oh, Case Cat's running around getting in that car. Maybe they're trying to retreat. But Swabby's taking a fight, using that crouching to make sure he doesn't get hit in the head. Fortunately, not able to do it. Oh, maybe it's not a fight. I was mistaken. It looks like these are NPCs. Oof. What a. So much going on always at Fortnite, so sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what's going on. But for now, it's exciting to see some fighting, some shooting around. As normally we see a lot of looting, and so wanna seeing more action is always cool. And fighting these NPCs is still they're able to drop some pretty decent guns, I believe. well as some other materials that they can use to upgrade their gun. So sometimes it's worth to use those resources that you might have to try to get better resources. You know? So check back in the Eagles here. Like they're in the middle of open here, but have that truck able to do that. So Link Boss getting some material, getting some rocks, some stone. MJ King and LMG King and that truck using that up to their advantage. The mobile. Still looting. So we're seeing now the marbles pulling it out here. Right back with the Eagles. Either they're burning down a building. I hear them talking about a chicken, possibly. So, I don't know if they're in a fight yet, but like still looting. So that's one of the things about Fortnite is fast paced when it wants to be. And so we see, let's go back to the marbles here. A lot of times it's just a lot of looting, looting, looting until you find the fight, and that's where the skill comes up. And you know, that's a good point to mention out. Is that means it can be sometimes kind of difficult to get some practice in, right? So that's why you want to use these creative maps, and that is why we have coaches teach them specific skills that they might want to use for the Fortnite match. And so, like, and the reason I'm mentioning that again is, right, we see a lot of looting, and then we get one fight that will determine if they win or die, and that's where the practice comes in. We want to get that practice so that they're able to win those fights rather than just die once they get that fight. Looks like LMG King unfortunately has to hit the little boy's room. So he's going to have to um, hold his position there. We'll see if they're able to to make sure he's protected. But the marbles going around. Marbles going around. So yeah, like I was saying, it's that's why we have these coaches to help us practice and to get those skills so that when the fight does break out, that you're able to come back. Alrighty, looks like still setting up. So let's see what the Bulls are up to. How many players remaining? It looks like 30 players. So something a little bit different. Looks like the shots are coming from behind on the Eagles here. Let's see if they're doing. They get some. Sounds like they have some fire bows. Able to hit some stuff. LMG King with an awesome shot, hitting an elimination even with that fireball, able to finish him off after he gets a really good shot. Gets another elimination as well. I think Boss pushing up as well with the team. Looks like, I think they won that fight completely. Are there any other players remaining? I'm not quite sure. Ooh. In the meantime, let's quick head over. The Marvels are racing against the Storm, it looks like. Mr. Sporty and Magic Cat trying to get into that Storm circle. Swabby and K Scott riding the edge of it with that car, able to at least avoid the wrath of it. So we'll see if they go down, but I want to go back to the Eagles here. Does look like they managed to get the full limb on the team. So now they're just gonna go back to that fight, or the Luton, and we'll see how they do. Marvel's coming back. So it looks like in the meantime, as I was watching, looks like Swabby, Case Cat went down. Swabby's on the ground. We see MJ King going down, LMG King as well. Link Boss is the last one getting that elimination off. Gonna have to get some reses off. He's gonna have to fight here. See what they can do. Marvel's coming out. Marvel's getting rezzed as well, so a lot is going on all at the same time. See Link Boss coming out. Unfortunately, Link Boss going down, placing 6th out of a lot. Very good eliminations. Sounds like a couple of 5 eliminations there. Really good plays all together from the Eagles, and we'll see what the Marvels can do from the end. So we still see the marbles here. Swabby and Magic Cat. Looks like Magic Cat is able to get one of the players back possibly for that respawn truck. Pretty awesome to see. But I think start possibly wrapping it up because they are getting down to the end here. The Magic Cat and Mr. Sporty coming back, it looks like. Yes, awesome. The full team coming back for that. That's really good to see. But it looks like they are already in a fight going into it. Around that respawn truck. Loot. Uh, Still in a fight, playing on the edge of that circle. The circle is dangerously close, and they place second, getting that last elimination. Unfortunately, they're going to go down, but second is not too bad. It looks like 4 eliminations from Magic Cat, and 0 eliminations from the others. Swabby possibly 4 eliminations and second. It's going to skyrocket their points quite a bit. So it's really awesome to see that. Really good to see. Awesome. So, we're going to wrap up there. All right, we're going to wrap it up there for the silver games of XP League Fortnite. Hope you enjoyed that one. I know it's always a little back and forth there, but we look forward. Stick around if you're interested, because the Overwatch teams are going to be playing against each other, the Madison Marvels versus the Madison Eagles, just in one moment. So we'll be right back with that. We rotate the stream. But also the Rocket League teams are going to be starting. The Marvel Silver is going to be going against the Franklin teams. As well at 5 o'clock, and that's now. And at 6 o'clock after that, the Marvel's Gold Rocket League team is going to be playing. Well, we're going to get ready for that, so stick around if you're interested for Overwatch, or head on over to twitch.tv/XPLMadison Rocket League for the Rocket League matches. I've been Cody. I'll see you over at Overwatch.